Just come around. Is it okay? Okay, very good. Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for being here today. So basically, what we want to talk about today is, you've been hearing a lot about the rise in crime in the last year, and in various categories. And property crime is one of those crimes that we've got a problem with. But last year, Ring Company that produces a device that is basically a doorbell with a camera and a microphone and a speaker, and I think you're going to get a demonstration later, approached us in wanting to do a project called Ring Neighborhoods, where they would donate their device to a neighborhood where burglary is a problem, where houses are broken into. So we facilitated that partnership between the community, the Wilshire Park community here with an Olympic station, or excuse me, with an Olympic area, and the Ring Company to provide those devices. And the company installed approximately 500 devices that they donated to that neighborhood and installed them in various neighborhoods. And you're going to see a little bit here in how the installation and how the device works. So they installed these devices for these neighborhoods, and we kept track, and along with the Ring devices and other strategies in that neighborhood, what the crime rate was. But this was innovative in a way that really it is partnering up the police with the community and private industry that to tackle a particular problem that we were seeing, and that was burglaries. So in the last 6 months of last year, compared to the same time the previous year, that particular neighborhood had a significant reduction in burglaries, approximately 55%, which is very significant, more so than other areas. Now, we cannot say that the Ring devices were the only thing that caused that decline in burglaries, but certainly I would contribute, at least in part, that strategy along with other strategies in reducing that crime. So for this area, Olympic area as a whole, although we did experience significant increases in property crime last year, in that neighborhood we saw a big increase, and overall it helped to maintain the numbers for burglaries at a steady level compared to 2014. So I'm gonna give an opportunity for you to ask questions, and I'm gonna give an opportunity for the Ring representative here to talk about the product as well. And we're gonna actually give you we're gonna play a few videos. The first video I'd like to play for you is actually of a burglary that was thwarted. This was not in the Wilshire Park neighborhood. Many of the residents there want to keep their privacy still. But this was actually one of our employees that had the device and had it installed in one of his properties. He is willing to share that, and not concerned with the privacy issues. I will tell you that the person you're going to see in the video was not arrested. Okay, so please, if you could obscure his face the best way that you can, but clearly, based on my 26+ years of experience, and all the other uniformed officers with me here, seeing this individual, it is clear that his intent was to burglarize a location. So you will see it, and then I'll let you ask questions. Can we turn down the lights back there, please? Is the volume work, John? Yes.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Can I help you?
Yes. I used to live here from 1975 to 2000, and I was just curious on how the house looked, that's all.
Oh, it looks fine, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Okay, lights please. Okay, so a little narration on this, actually the person whose property that is the gentleman that's standing there. It's his property, And this individual, obviously, call him a knock-knock burglar or what have you. That's a common MO, modus operandi for burglars, is to check to see if anybody was home. He was starting to go up the stairs to break into the house. It's clear he was doing that. And Mr. Sims over here was more than 30 miles away when he was able to talk to him. So the device basically connects a smartphone to the camera on the device, and is able to speak into his phone, and it's like he's inside the house. So the individual didn't know that Mr. Sims was 30 miles away when he heard from Mr. Sims. He assumed he was inside the house. So that's basically how it works. Once again, this was a collaboration between the community and Ring. Us as a police department facilitated. We always look for those collaborations and those strategies. That's how really we're going to make a difference. And I hate to use the term take a bite out of crime, but I will, because the police can't do it alone, can't be there everywhere all the time, and every little bit of help, whether it's technology, whether it's people just looking out their window, every little bit helps.
So I am Jamie Siminoff. I'm the chief inventor of Ring, and I guess the founder. When I founded Ring about 5 years ago in my garage in Los Angeles, it was with the idea of reducing crime in neighborhoods. And today we're a 250-person team that's around that idea. About 2 years ago, we were able to start collaborating with the LAPD, and we're just so fortunate to be in a place where we have a police department that wanted to collaborate with us, is advanced in a way that they wanted to work with technology and startups like us, and be able to find a neighborhood. So this was an amazing collaboration between, as the captain said, between a neighborhood, between a startup company, and between a police department. And I'd like to just show a video real quick. Maybe just start that from over again real quick.
Sorry, Jane.
That's all right. Just start it from the beginning. We just want to show a video of this. Was actually, so this is a real collaboration again between the community, the company, and this video is actually of all of our, our team went out and we actually helped install these in the community on weekends, and so we'll just show this real quick. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Yossi. I'm brand manager at Ring. We're really excited to head out to the Wilshire Park neighborhood and install some rings. Good morning, guys. Can I get you some water?
There's a new doorbell. So with this doorbell, you can see and talk to anyone at your front door from anywhere. We're going to try to get a large percentage of the homes here to actually have rings on them, with the hope that if we're able to have enough cameras in the neighborhood and work with the police, that we can actually reduce the crime in this community.
We went around different houses and talked to the customers, showed them how to use the device, installed it for them.
Pretty cool experience. Some of the customers, the way they reacted, it was unbelievable.
Yeah. Thank you very much. The whole neighborhood is really excited about this.
Very cool. And so the next time that motion occurs, you'll be alerted on your smartphone or tablet.
Maybe you want your neighbor's activity. Yeah.
We need for you guys to come out here so we can actually connect remotely, have a doorbell, we can see who's on, and things like that. So the cameras I have are decent, but this is way higher than
This looks awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Everything's been really smooth and everybody seems really happy again.
Overall, I think a really big success.
Really cool to actually meet these homeowners face to face and hopefully empower them to reduce the crime in their neighborhoods.
So that was kind of our experience. It was an amazing thing. It's an amazing connection between humans. I mean, between a neighborhood, a police department, and a company coming together, and then resulting in a 55% reduction in crime. And I think that's as the officer said, it's not one thing that does this, but Ring being a catalyst in this was something that we're really proud of being part of. And one of the quotes from one of the neighbors was, "I personally caught a transient rummaging around on my front porch and was able to submit photos to the police, to local residents, and to our private security company, thanks to Ring." And so what that shows is it really is. It's not just one thing. We really believe as a company that bringing in all of the parties involved in a neighborhood, whether it's private security, whether it's neighbors, other community leaders, police, everything else, being able to bring that together really is what's important. It's what really does create that fabric that does reduce those crimes in communities. You know, that's what results in something that's as meaningful as 55%. So we were really happy to be able to do this. Thankful to have the Los Angeles Police Department take part in it with us and be such a great place to be for innovation. And look forward to now we're actually rolling this out not only across the U.S. but also across the world, what we learned here over the last 2 years. So thank you.
Very good. So I can take a few questions, but I'd like to introduce some people that you may have questions of as well. That's Senior Lead Officer Harry Cho, and he is the Senior Lead Officer in that neighborhood that connected many of the Ring community members that wanted the Ring installed with the company. Captain John Tom, who was the Detective Commanding Officer here at the time. Commander Child, Assistant Commanding Officer, Operations West Bureau, who's my boss, and Lieutenant Karen Gutierrez, who is now the Commanding Officer of the detectives since Captain Tom got promoted. And we're going to have also somebody that speaks Spanish for the Spanish language media, and for the Korean language media we have Officer Cho, who will assist the Korean language media. Any questions in general, or anything I can answer? There are no plans here in Olympic. I believe Ring would like to expand it to other neighborhoods, but maybe to other parts of the city. I'll let him answer that.
So we have done expansions with the LAPD. With this one, we did donate the units into the community. With the other ones now what we're doing is going through, and obviously as a company we do need to do commerce. And so with those, we're working with the communities to get them out in that way. We have done, though, since this other community. So we've worked with the mayor of Detroit on stuff there, and so we're starting to now expand, nationally with this plan. So,
how many were donated, and were there any significant crimes captured? The ones donated?
So the ones donated, I don't believe we caught any significant crimes on those. We have donated so far, it's just under 100 units for the Wilshire Park area and also the Country Club area.
So I could tell you there were no burglaries in any of the homes that had Ring installed. We don't know if any burglaries were prevented. We don't have, because we don't keep that data. But looking at our statistics and our records, none of the homes that had the device installed were the victim of a burglary.
How much does it retail for, by the way?
So you can get it at ring.com, and it's $199.
I had a quick question. I talked to your PR person earlier. She told me 51 units in the Wilshire Park area. Is that number wrong, or is it 100 total between Wilshire Park and Country Meadows?
Country Club Park. It's 100, just under. I think it's just under 100 total between the two.
So 51 for the Wilshire Park area?
Yeah, there's 41 homes had it, and I believe it was actually 53 units. Some homes have more than one unit, where you put one on a back door or a side door area, depending on the home. So you can do more than one. And it's because they have motion detection, it is also a camera for surveillance. So it's not just about the dinging of the door, which is important because burglars don't always, as we saw in the example from the officers of their actual house, they don't always actually ring the doorbell. They also sometimes just snoop around looking to see if someone's home for occupancy. So it's not just about the doorbell, it's also about being able to notify someone if someone's even on the front area of their home.
I'm sorry, she also told me that it had gone from 9 burglaries to 5, which is not 55%, so I'm wondering where that number came from.
So it's a 55% reduction compared to so between that community and the outlying area. So it was a 44% reduction a year in the 6 months period in that neighborhood, and a 24% increase in the control area around it. And you can't just add the two up. Actually, if you do the ratio, it becomes a 55% reduction overall.
Why those two neighborhoods? Were there high rates of burglaries in those neighborhoods?
There were high rates of of burglaries in that neighborhood in the year previous. So that's why it was chosen. Actually, also because Senior Lead Officer Harry Cho, who was assigned to that area, decided to take this project under his wings as well and be committed to it and see if he could find people that would want the device installed. Not everybody wanted a device installed because there's different concerns, whatever the reasons were. But those that were willing to have it installed, we made the connection between Ring and those particular neighbors.
And again, 500 total donated?
Sorry, it was a 500 home area. So it's just about 10% coverage.
How many devices total donated then, you said?
It was 53 in the Wilshire Park, and I believe it's 40.
It's close to 50 now in Country Club Park.
Close to 50 in Country Club Park.
The program's still ongoing. That's why the number's higher.
Yeah, sorry.
Because we're still going to install as many units as people in that neighborhood request. So we're going up to 500.
Yes.
So all those people who want it, up to 500, we're going to be installing.
Yeah, we did offer them to every.
Those two neighborhoods?
Right. Those two neighborhoods are the pilot program. So that's where we have the control. We've been keeping up with the statistics, and those are the two neighborhoods we volunteered to be part of the program from the very beginning.
Do you think they add also a big deterrent to criminals who actually see the devices in the neighborhood?
Well, interestingly enough, I don't know if you've ever seen a device, and I don't know if one was brought here. Unless you know what you're looking for, it really does not look like a camera. It looks more just like a normal doorbell. So we have had a couple of instances where a person, some stuff was captured. So I mean, we have some anecdotal evidence that there is a deterrence factor, especially when somebody comes on and says, "Hey, can I help you?" So we don't know how many burglaries were deterred. That we cannot say. We just don't have that information. But here's the device itself here. So it's not very big, and unless you know what you're looking for, it looks like a fancy doorbell. Is basically what it looks like. So it's not something that you would see from the street and say, I'm going to stay away from that house.
How does it exactly work? Like, how does it trigger like a motion detector? Can you kind of describe?
Sure. So it works as a doorbell in terms of that it's a Wi-Fi device with one-way video, HD video, two-way audio. Someone comes up and presses the button, you get a notification like a text message. It opens up into the app, and you can see and talk to who's ever there. And then it also has motion detection. So you can set it so it's got advanced motion detection. You can set the zones and everything else. So someone comes up onto your property, now you'll get a notification that someone's there. So it really allows you to monitor your property and your front door from your phone, regardless of where you are, whether you're in the back of the house or halfway around the world or 30 miles away.
Yes, sir.
I just want to make sure, like, what do you mean by successful, and did the LAPD endorse this product?
Well, we don't endorse a particular product. There's other companies that make similar products, but what I could say comfortably is we endorse the technology. The technology is a good technology because it does allow a person to maintain an eye on their property, and obviously, as you saw in the video, can prevent burglaries from occurring. So it's just a technology. It's a device, a technology that can help reduce crime, deter crime. And when a crime does occur, catch criminals.
Right, but it's a reduction from 9 cases to 4, right?
Yes.
That's the 55%. So is that what you mean by successful? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I think in the numbers are a little bit tricky because we use a control area and what happened around other neighborhoods not far from there. So we do see it as a success. I mean, from 9 to 4 may not seem like a lot, but based on what happened everywhere else around that neighborhood, it was actually a success. And as I mentioned, we saw significant increases over the last year, and this was one neighborhood where that did not happen. It was actually a decrease. Hi.
What other factors can you attribute to a decrease in burglaries during that time?
How many factors?
What other factors can you attribute?
What other factors? Well, this was not the only strategy, obviously. The other strategies that we use in that neighborhood as well as other neighborhoods is higher visibility of police, education of the community, and just the fact that people went out there, as you saw in the video, installing this and talking about the burglary problem, educated people, having people being more alert. So all those were contributing factors. I mean, just having this pilot program added an element of education to that community. Once again, we'll stick around for other individual questions. I, on behalf of the Los Angeles Police Department, do want to thank Ring for donating these devices and being willing, actually, all of us with the community together, being willing to work together in a partnership to reduce crime, and that's really what we're in the business of, is reducing crime. So anything that helps do that, we appreciate. So thank you very much. Thanks.
프리벤션 하는 거는 알람 꼭 있어야 돼요. 알람이 쓰는 거는 보통 도둑놈이 들어오면은 알람이 울리면은 누가 오는지 알아요. 경찰 오든가 집주인 오든가 옆집 사람 오든가 시큐리티 가드 오든가 누가 오는지 알아가지고 보통 나간다고요. 그런데 이거 있고, 그런데 보통 그런 버글리에서는 누가 왔다 가는 건 몰라요. 그래서 이 디바이스에서는 누가 엔트리스로 프런트 도어로 왔으면은 그 픽처를 보이잖아요. 그래서 집이 도둑 맞았으면은 누가 왔는지 안다고요. CCTV하고 그거 다 있으면 제일 좋죠.
이 디바이스를 설치하는 게 경찰력을 강화하는 건지, 무슨 그 비디오 클라우드에 올려서 그런 거 경찰서 볼 수 있게 하는 건지.
그렇죠. 이렇게 어떻게 되냐면은 우리 프라일리 프로그램을 할 적에 이거 다 녹음돼가지고 어떻게 우리한테 도움될 수 있나. 그래서 어떻게 됐냐면은 녹음된 거여서 우리가 옆집에서 뭐 문제 있다 그러면은 우리가 ring.com한테 이메일을 보내요. ring.com이 그 주민들한테, 뭐냐면 그 비디오가 우리 거 아니고 ring 거 아니에요. 그 private property, 그러니까 허락받아요. 우리 이메일 보내가지고 그 날짜에서 시간 이가해서 우리한테 허락 주냐. 그러면 yes 하면 우리한테 그게 다 볼 수 있게 돼 있어요. 그렇게 프라이버시 이슈 때문에 뭐 모르죠. 어떤 사람들은 이 디바이스를 사이드 야드 하고서 백 야드 도어에다 했으니까 뒤에 있는 백 야드에서 다 비치잖아요. 그거 다 녹음되니까 그 프라이버시 이슈 할 수 있게 허락받아요.
이 프로그램이 이제 지금까지 실험적으로 운영했는데 이만큼 좀 어느 정도 이제 성과가 있었으니까 이 올림픽 경찰서가 관할하는 지역에서 익스펜드할 그런 계획도 있습니다.
그럼 이 프로그램은 우리에서는 익스펜드 안 해요. 왜냐면은 장사해야 되니까. 이거는 팔리 프로그램 해가지고 우리한테 어떻게 도움할 수 있게, 그래가지고 그거 이메일 하는 거 그것도 다 우리가 다 같이 만들었어요. 프로그램 해가지고 우리 디바이스들이 어디 있는 거, 어떤 동네에 있는 거 다 이렇게 디바이스 같은 게 다 우리가 만들었으니까. 그래서 일부러 이렇게 팔리 프로그램 한지, 그 다음서부터는 이게 공짜 얻기 힘들어요. 다 사야 되니까. 그런데 워셔 파크하고 컨트리 클럽 파크 하는 사람들 사시는 분들은 아직도 얻을 수 있어요.
그러면 지금 500개 중에 한 100개 정도가 지금 디스트리뷰트가 된 거네요.
네, 그 워셔 파크에서는 그 동네에서 ring.com이 그 동네에서 다 하나씩 준다 그랬어요.
그럼
그래서
아직 한 400개 정도가 남은 거네요?
네. 그런데 그 동네에서만 받는 거죠. 워셔 파크하고 컨트리 클럽 파크만.
거기에 있는 동네에 있는 주민들이 만약에 이거를 신청하고 싶다 이러면 어떻게 운영하는 거예요?
컨트리 클럽 파크 어소시에이션 둘 다 어떻게 되냐면 둘 다 어소시에이션이에요. 그래서 어소시에이션 프레지던트 있고 뭐 오피서 세크레터리 같은 사람들, 그 동네에 있는 사람한테 그 사람한테 가가지고 인트레스트 해가지고 써야지 돼요. 뭐 폼 같은 거 필아웃 해야죠. 왜냐하면 확실하게